These are the 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time observations for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas on Saturday, May 25th. At San Francisco Airport, it was partly cloudy, temperature 53, dew point 45, relative humidity 74%, west wind at 9 miles an hour, pressure 30.06 inches and steady. At Oakland Airport, it was partly cloudy, temperature 53, dew point 47, relative humidity 79%, west wind at 12 miles an hour, pressure 30.08 inches and steady. At San Jose Airport, it was clear, temperature 55, dew point 45, relative humidity 68%, north wind at 8 miles an hour, pressure 30.07 inches and rising. At Santa Rosa, it was clear, temperature 50, calm, pressure 30.03 and rising. At Concord, it was clear, temperature 53, south wind at 14. At Livermore, it was clear, temperature 49, southwest wind at 6. At Monterey, it was partly cloudy, temperature 51, southwest wind at 5, pressure 30.09 and steady. At Salinas, it was clear, temperature 52, dew point 45, relative humidity 77%, southwest wind at 10. Here are some observations around California and western Nevada. It was clear, with a temperature of 56 at Sacramento, 57 at Reno, and 36 at Truckee. Under clear skies, South Lake Tahoe reported 41, Blue Canyon reported 48, and Mammoth Lakes reported 46. At Los Angeles, it was partly cloudy, with a temperature of 58. At San Diego, it was cloudy, with a temperature of 60. Local temperature reports around San Francisco Bay for 11 p.m. Downtown San Francisco was 52 degrees. Oakland Museum was 53 degrees. Redwood City was 53 degrees. The area forecast for the Peninsula, North Bay, and East Bay? For the rest of tonight, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 40s to lower 50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 60s at the coast to the mid-70s inland. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the mid-40s to lower 50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Memorial Day, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 60s at the coast to the upper 70s inland. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Monday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For the Tuesday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s. Tuesday night and Wednesday mostly clear. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s, highs 60s and 70s Wednesday night through Thursday night, clear. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s, highs from the upper 60s to lower 80s Friday through Saturday, mostly clear. Highs from the mid-60s to lower 80s, lows from the 40s to mid-50s, low temperatures tonight and highs tomorrow for these selected cities: San Francisco, 49 and 61, San Francisco Airport, 50 and 64, Redwood City, 48 and 71, Oakland, 49 and 66, Fremont, 48 and 71, Concord, 47 and 78, Livermore, 46 and 76, San Rafael, 46 and 73, Santa Rosa, 44 and 78, Napa, 46 and 73, Fairfield, 48 and 77. The area forecast for the South Bay, including the San Jose metro area and the Santa Clara Valley. For the rest of tonight, mostly clear. Lows from the 40s to lower 50s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west after midnight. For Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the upper 60s by the bay to the 70s inland. South winds up to 5 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. For Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows from the mid-40s to lower 50s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Memorial Day, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the upper 60s by the bay, mid-70s to lower 80s inland. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Monday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows near 50. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For the Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs from the 60s to upper 70s. Tuesday night and Wednesday mostly clear. Lows near 50. Highs from the 60s to upper 70s Wednesday night through Thursday night, clear. Lows from the 40s to mid-50s, highs from the 70s to mid-80s Friday through Saturday, mostly clear. Highs 70s and 80s, lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. Low temperatures tonight and highs tomorrow for these selected cities: San Jose, 50 and 74, Mountain View, 49 and 68, Morgan Hill, 44 and 76. The travel forecast for the Lake Tahoe area, including the Interstate 80 and Highway 50 corridor. For the rest of tonight, clear. Lows from the 30s to lower 40s. Southwest winds up to 5 miles per hour until midnight, becoming light. For Sunday, sunny. Highs from the 60s to lower 70s. Northwest winds up to 5 miles per hour. For Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows from the 30s to upper 40s. West winds up to 5 miles per hour until midnight, becoming light. Memorial Day, sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the 60s to mid-70s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Monday night, mostly clear. A slight chance of thunderstorms until midnight. Lows from the 30s to upper 40s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour until midnight, becoming light. For the Tuesday, sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the mid-60s to lower 70s. For Tuesday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly clear. Lows from the upper 30s to mid-40s. For Wednesday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the 60s to lower 70s. Wednesday night through Friday clear. Lows from the 30s to mid-40s, highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s Friday night and Saturday mostly clear. Lows from the 30s to upper 40s, highs from the upper 60s to mid-70s. For the latest road conditions around the state of California, call Caltrans at 1-800-427-7623. The weather overview for northern and central California for the period Tuesday through Saturday: cool with abundant overnight stratus through the weekend. Warming and drying trend set for next week with temperatures around seasonal normal. The extended forecast for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas: Tuesday and Tuesday night, mostly clear. Highs 55 to 80. Lows 45 to 55. Wednesday and Wednesday night, mostly clear. Highs 55 to 80. Lows 45 to 55. Thursday and Thursday night, mostly clear. Highs 60 to 85. Lows 45 to 60. Friday and Friday night, mostly clear. Highs 60 to 90. Lows 45 to 55. Saturday and Saturday night, mostly clear. Highs 55 to 85. Lows 45 to 55. Sunrise, sunset, and tidal information for the San Francisco Bay Area for Saturday, May 25th. The sunset tonight, 8:21 p.m. The sunrise tomorrow, 5:52 a.m. The sunset tomorrow, 8:22 p.m. Tidal data at the Golden Gate for the afternoon and evening hours today and the morning hours of tomorrow. High tide, 03:07 p.m. at 4.39 feet. Low tide, 6:59 p.m. at 3.33 feet. High tide, 01:07 12:04 a.m. at 5.99 feet. Low tide, 8:12 a.m. at -116 feet. Here are the buoy observations for 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At buoy 6, wind southwest 6 knots, water temperature 59, pressure 1024.5 millibars, seas 3, every 8. At offshore buoy 59, winds north at 12 knots, pressure 1024.4 millibars, swell 5 feet, every 8 seconds. At buoy 14 near Point Arena, winds northwest at 10 knots, water temperature 49, pressure 1017.3 millibars. At buoy 13 near Bodega Bay, winds northwest at 19 knots, gusting to 23, pressure 1016.2 millibars, swell 6 feet, every 6 seconds. At Point Reyes Wave Rider buoy, water temperature 49, seas 6 feet, every 7 seconds. At San Francisco Bar buoy, water temperature 53, seas 3 feet, every 13 seconds. At San Francisco buoy, winds at knots, water temperature 51, swell 5 feet, every 7 seconds. At Lovers Point Wave Rider buoy in Monterey Bay, water temperature 57, seas 3 feet, every 5 seconds. At Point Sur, Wave Rider buoy, water temperature 54, seas 5 feet, every 7 seconds. At Cape San Martin buoy, winds northwest at 21 knots, gusting to 25, pressure 1016.5 millibars, swell 6 feet, every 6 seconds. Here are the coastal observations for 11 p.m. Wind speed is in knots. The wind at Point Reyes was calm. The wind at Monterey Beach was west at 9 with gusts to 11. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays, including the Monterey Bay, Greater Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. Fresh northwest breeze over the outer waters persists through Labor Day weekend, creating hazardous conditions for small crafts. Fresh to strong northwest and onshore winds across the coastal waters and bays during the afternoons by early to mid next week. Wave heights beginning to increase mid-work week up to 11 to 13 feet. Otherwise mostly quiet marine conditions through the forecast period. The marine forecast for San Pablo Bay, Suisun Bay, the West Delta, and the San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge. For tonight, southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves around 2 feet or less. For Sunday, southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves around 2 feet or less. For Sunday night, southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves around 2 feet or less. Memorial Day, southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Waves around 2 feet or less. The coastal waters forecast from Point Reyes to Pigeon Point out to 10 nautical miles. For tonight, northwest wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 5 to 7 feet. Wave detail, northwest 2 feet at 5 seconds and northwest 5 feet at 8 seconds. For Sunday, northwest wind 5 to 10 knots, rising to 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5 feet. Wave detail, northwest 5 feet at 8 seconds and southwest 2 feet at 15 seconds. For Sunday night, northwest wind 10 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Wave detail, northwest 5 feet at 8 seconds and southwest 2 feet at 15 seconds. Memorial Day, northwest wind 5 to 10 knots, becoming west 10 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Seas 4 to 6 feet. Wave detail, northwest 5 feet at 8 seconds and southwest 2 feet at 15 seconds. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, station KHB49, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.40 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the North Bay, East Bay, and the Peninsula, including the cities of San Francisco and Oakland. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio, station KHB49, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.40 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the North Bay, East Bay, and the Peninsula, including the cities of San Francisco and Oakland. San Francisco bar forecast. In the deep water channel, mixed seas of 4 to 6 feet at 8 seconds. Across the bar, mixed seas of 5 to 7 feet at 8 seconds. Maximum ebb current of 4.0 knots at 06:04 a.m. Sunday and 1.0 knots at 7:55 p.m. Sunday.